Back here in Minnesota, this holiday season, safety officials are hoping you'll give others the gift of safer roads out there. Extra DWI enforcement begins tomorrow ahead of the busy holiday travel season. More than 300 law enforcement agencies will be part of the campaign through the end of this year. And in the last 5 years, more than 125,000 people have been stopped for driving while impaired. Responders hope with extra enforcement and public awareness, they can prevent these deadly crashes. Their top tips include planning a safe ride for every celebration, offer to be a sober cab for someone else, and don't be afraid to call 911 if you're worried about others on the road. Still to come here on